Good day, learners! Welcome to another math exciting episode here in Valenzuela Live Mathematics 6. This will be another day of learning opportunities for us. Once again, I am Mrs. Juanita F. Maquinto of Lawang Bato Elementary School, your FB live streaming teacher for today. Before we proceed, I want you to do the following so that your teacher would recognize your attendance and participation. First, type in your complete name, grading section, subject teacher, and school in the comment box. Then, use the comment box to type in your answers to the questions that I will be giving during the discussion. And make sure you have your self-learning module, pen, and notebook to take down notes. As we continue in our live streaming session, we are now on the 7th week of the 4th quarter. Here is the objective of our topic based on the most essential learning competencies. At the end of this session, you are expected to make listing and diagrams of outcomes and tells the numbers of favorable outcomes and chances using these listings and diagrams. Let's have our warm-up activity, which is entitled Fact or Bluff. The directions are: determine whether the following statement is a fact or bluff. Type in the word fact if the statement is correct and bluff if not in the comment box. First, the probability of blue marble drawn from a box that contains 8 different colored marbles is 1/8. Is it a fact or bluff? It is fact. Next, from tossing a 20 peso coin, the probability of getting a tail is 1/3. Is it a fact or bluff? Yes, it is a bluff. Next number, the probability that your name will be drawn from 10 names in a box is 1/5. If your name in that box is written only once, is it a fact or bluff? It is bluff. 4. A baker put 5 red eggs and 7 white eggs in a basket. He has the chance of 5/12 that he will pick red eggs. Is it a fact or bluff? Yes, it is fact. Last number. Alan wrote each letter of the word mathematics in a piece of paper and put them in a box. The probability of getting letter E is 2/11. Is it a fact or bluff? Correct, it is bluff. Did you get all the correct answers? Great! You are doing well, grade 6 learners. In your previous lesson, you have learned how to describe the meaning of probability, perform experiments, and record outcomes. Now, we are going to learn how to make listing and diagrams of outcomes and tells the number of favorable outcomes and chances using these listings and diagrams. Before we start with our discussion, let us define first some words that we may encounter along the way as we discuss our lesson. First, probability. It is the measure of estimation of how likely an event will occur. For example, in tossing a coin, the probability of getting a tail is 1/2 or 50-50. Next, possible outcomes. It is a list of all possible chances in a single trial or an experiment. For example, when rolling a die, all possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Therefore, there are 6 possible outcomes. How about sample space? It is a list of all possible outcomes of an experiment or activity. For example, 2 coins are tossed. The sample space is head and head, head and tail, tail and head, and tail and tail. Next, listing method. It is a way of listing or counting all the possible outcomes for 2 or more combined events and enables you to calculate the probability. Diagram. It is a pictorial representation that shows arrangement and relations made for mathematical or scientific purposes. Next is tree diagram. It is a tool that helps to calculate the number of possible outcomes of an event or problems and cite those potential outcomes in an organized way. When dealing with probabilities, it is important to be able to identify all the possible outcomes. Using listing method and tree diagrams will help us obtain all the possible chances throughout an activity or experiment. Let us study this problem. Gio wants to buy snacks with sandwich and juice. The choices are listed below. How many ways can Gio order snacks? Look at the menu. We have 3 kinds of sandwiches. They are ham sandwich, chicken sandwich, and egg sandwich. And for the drinks, we have mango and orange juice. Based on the given, how many ways can you order snacks? There is more than one way to solve this problem. One is through listing and the other one is through a diagram. Using listing method, you are going to list all the possible outcomes for the combined snacks. For the first order, Gio can order a combination of ham sandwich and mango juice. He can also order ham sandwich together with an orange juice. Another one, he can order a combined chicken sandwich and mango juice. Next, he can order chicken sandwich and orange juice. For the 5th order, he can order egg sandwich and mango juice. Lastly, Gio can order egg sandwich, and orange juice. The list shows that there are 6 ways you can order snacks. They are ham sandwich and mango juice, ham sandwich and orange juice, chicken sandwich and mango juice, chicken sandwich and orange juice, egg sandwich and mango juice, and lastly, egg sandwich and orange juice. The sample space will be ham sandwich and mango juice, ham sandwich and orange juice, chicken sandwich and mango juice, chicken sandwich and orange juice, egg sandwich and mango juice, and egg sandwich and orange juice. Now, let us find the number of ways Gio can order snacks using 3 diagram, wherein we can calculate the number of possible outcomes of an event or problem and cite those potential outcomes into an organized way. For the snacks, we have ham sandwich, chicken sandwich, and egg sandwich. And for the drinks, we have mango juice and orange juice. For ham sandwich, Gio can choose either mango juice or orange juice for his drinks. For chicken sandwich, like ham sandwich, he can choose either mango juice or orange juice. And for the egg sandwich, he can choose between mango juice and orange juice. These are all the possible outcomes and ways that he can buy or order snacks. Gio can buy a combination of ham sandwich and mango juice or ham sandwich and orange juice. Next, he can order chicken sandwich together with mango juice. He also can order chicken sandwich and orange juice. Moreover, he can order egg sandwich and mango juice, or he can order a combination of egg sandwich and orange juice. Therefore, there are 6 ways Gio can order his snacks. For better understanding, let's try another example. Using this situation, Jerry and Ian are tossing a coin. They want to toss it 3 times. Jerry said there are 8 possible outcomes when they toss a coin. Having a head and a tail, let's find out if Jerry's guess is right or wrong by doing these methods. We can illustrate the given problem through 3 diagrams. Since a coin has 2 faces when it is tossed, we might get either heads or tails. Let heads be denoted by capital letter H and tails can be denoted by capital letter T. Let us begin with our simple experiment. In the first toss, he could get either a head or a tail. There are 2 possible outcomes in the first toss. Next, we could also get either a head or a tail. Head or tail. So, we could also assuming that both are paired twice, that is to say that the probability of getting a head and a tail is 50-50. There are 4 possible outcomes in the second toss. Now, in the third toss, we may get a head and a tail. We also get head or tail. So, in all cases, when we get head and tail, therefore, there are 8 possible outcomes in the third toss. Then, write down all the possible outcomes we might get from our simple activity or experiment. As you can see, the first branch in our tree diagram, we might get head, head, and head, or 3 heads. Next, we might get a combination of head, head, and tail. The third combination will be head, tail, and head. Then, we had a combination of head, tail, and tail. In this branch, we had tail, head, and head. Another combination will be tail, head, and tail. We also got tail, tail, and head. Lastly, we might get tail, 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 or 3 tails. Based on the given activity that we have done, the sample space will be head, head, and head, 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 and tail, head, tail, and head, head, tail, tail, head, tail, 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 head, and tail, 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 and head, and tail, tail, tail. Now, let us try to find the possible outcomes by using listing method. In the first toss, we have head. Second toss, we have another head. Third toss, we also have head. The outcomes will be head, head, and head. Next, the first and second toss, we have head. The third toss is tail. The outcomes will be head, head, and tail. In the third, we have head, tail, and head. In the fourth, we have head, tail, and tail. After tossing 3 times, the outcomes will be head, tail, and tail. Next, we have tail, head, and head. The outcome will be tail, head, and head. For the next one, we have tail, head, and tail. The outcome will be tail, head, and tail. Next, we have tail in the first toss, tail in the second toss, and head in the third toss. The outcome is tail, tail, and head. Lastly, we also may have tail in the first toss, tail in the second toss, and tail in the third toss. After tossing the coin 3 times, we may have tail, tail, and tail. We can say that Jerry's guess is correct. There are 8 possible outcomes when tossing a coin 3 times. Now it's your turn. In this activity, you are going to solve for the number of possible outcomes of event using listing or tree diagram. Here is the problem. Carla has 2 pairs of pants and 3 different blouses. How many different outfits can she possibly wear? I'll be giving you 30 seconds to answer this problem. The correct answer is 6. She could wear 6 possible different outfits. Did you get the correct answer? Great job, learners! How did you get the answer? We used tree diagram in solving the problem. Since Carla has 2 pairs of pants, black and brown pants, she can choose 3 different blouses in each pair of pants. As you can see, Carla can pair black pants with pink blouse. She can also pair black pants with green blouse, or she can match black pants with red blouse. In her brown pants, she can pair it with pink blouse, or brown pants can be paired with green blouse. It is also possible to pair brown pants to red pants. Based on our diagram, how many different outfits can she possibly wear? So, there are 6 possible different outfits that she could wear. For the next activity, you are going to read, analyze, and solve for the number of possible outcomes of each event using listing or tree diagram. Choose the letter of your answer. You are given 30 seconds to answer. Number 1, there are 4 balls in the box, red, blue, yellow, and green, and 3 chips, yellow, and violet, and white. How many possible outcomes will there be if a ball and a chip are drawn from the box? The correct answer is letter C. Next, Paul has 5 shirts and 2 pants. How many possible combinations Paul wear his outfit? 30 seconds. The correct answer is 10. Number 3, in a school, canteen serves spaghetti, pancit, and palabok. They also serve 3 beverages, namely hot chocolate, juice, and milk tea. Suppose you choose one dessert and one beverage. How many ways can you order snacks? The correct answer is 9. For number 4 and 5, two colored game dice were tossed together. Make list of possible outcomes. If each colored game die has red, orange, yellow, blue, green, and violet, how many possible outcomes there will be if the two colored game dice were tossed together? Yes, the correct answer is 36. And how many possible outcomes with red color? It's letter C. Did you get all the correct answers? Now, to sum up our lesson for today, we should remember that an outcome is a possible chance or result in a single trial of an experiment. Sample space is a list of all possible outcomes of an activity or experiment. To obtain all the possible chances throughout an activity or experiment, we may use listing method and tree diagrams. Listing method is a way of listing or counting all the possible outcomes for two or more combined events, enables you to calculate the probability. Tree diagram is a tool that helps to calculate the number of possible outcomes of an event or problems and cite those potential outcomes in an organized way. Now it's time for our question and answer. If you have questions, just type it in the comment section. I will do my best to answer those questions. Here, we have a question. How do you determine the sample space? To determine the sample space, we should know the total number of favorable outcomes. For example, when tossing two dice, the possible outcomes of getting a combination of a head and a tail are head and tail, head and tail, head and head, and tail. So, the size of the sample space is 6. If there's no more questions, I want you to get your self-learning module and take note of your assignment. For your assignment, answer the assessment on your self-learning module. Your discussion teacher will be the one to check it. Before I end this session, I would like to share with you a quote that says, "We don't know the probabilities of future events, still you must act, and so you do it on gut feeling. That's the world we live in," by Robert J. Schiller. And with that, thank you so much, grade 6 learners, for participating in our discussion for today. Goodbye and God bless. Keep safe, everyone.